It's more like what they're used to at the Winter Olympics. If it's maybe too much snow, sometimes the winds, but this
too
time
much
around,
or
just
less,
gusty winds or less, usually. So it happens this way. It's the third time in 4 days we're having competition. Alpine skiing also was postponed due to wind. Remember why some had to compete, why the others couldn't. The original schedule planned for the women's and men's events, would now be held in separate days. I'm talking about the slalom now. So what this postponement simply means, well, I think the men's downhill and the women's giant slalom, both of them will now be on Friday. I don't know what the LC spokesperson, McAdams, has been talking about the fact that they have plenty of time left for that. We'll see how it's going to pan out. Let's listen to him now.
Plenty. I mean, if the wind continues to blow for the next 15 days, then I guess it might be a problem. But at present, everything is okay. As we've said before, the International Ski Federation is well used to disruption by wind, by too much snow, by too little snow, by too much rain, by all sorts of things. You'll have seen a lot of the events are happening. The half pipe, obviously, and slopestyle, and I think the downhill has been delayed, but is still scheduled to happen this afternoon. So. Yeah, at the moment, I think, again, you'd have to speak to the Federation who decide these things, but at the moment, I think they're pretty happy.
All right.
So we'll be happy because they don't have to deal with so much.
A lot of people say, are you sure we're going to end these Olympics on the 25th? But he's been confident to say everything. We can accommodate a few days of shifting here and there, a few days of postponements, and we'll see how things go. But
we'll not have to make use of the 3 days that they could have had.
And, what they've been accusing the media of sometimes blowing some of those things out of proportion. Like rightly said there, look, we're used to this little snow or too much snow where the winds, so we're used, it's not something that is just out of the blue, like you rightly pointed out too. Some of these things do happen. Yeah. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. Are we going to end this on the 25th?
Yeah, we will. Okay. I'm confident that we will. But we just can't wait for our girls to start. Okay, now let's talk about these couples, the couple making history, right? For the first time, we have the mixed doubles coiling event at the Winter Olympics, and the Canadian couple were the one who won the first gold. Now we have, people like this. I mean, John Maris and Kathleen Lewis didn't expect that they'd be able to join this elite company, winning something like this for the very first time. So it's more like a unique and special, experience for both of the couple.
Very unique experience. They didn't see it coming. They just Canadian athletes. Of course, when you come to the Olympics, you do your best to win. Yeah. But then when you win, it downs on you. I mean, just look at the excitement. Look at how excited they were. Even though some of us don't understand what exactly they're doing there, but that's an issue for another day. But for the curling events, the Canadian pair in the mixed doubles, I mean, we're so proud of their achievement, and it's a first, and that's why it's unique. It's a remarkable feat.
It is, beating Switzerland by 10-3. And the difference between this and the usual event is the fact that instead of the 10, they were supposed to play as an individual, but this time around they had to play maximum of 8 ends. So it's more like it's easier, so to speak, when you have the single-sex format of the sport. I think this one is easier than that. But the good thing is this couple said they're going to continue, with this event because they're expecting more.
Once you win, you think, well, if I can do this, then who says I can't do more?
More. That's the way it is. Let's listen to them. How excited they are making history in Pyeongchang.
It was just so fun to play and be a part of something so unique and special, especially for the first time, and to showcase this wonderful sport really helped us to want to be at our best. And I think mixed doubles is a great opportunity for new curlers to try our sport and to see how much fun it is. Really important to showcase the talent of the athletes, and now to be able to include more teams from the world playing in this wonderful event, I think it's going to help grow the sport. And there's so many countries that I haven't even heard of that are playing curling, and I think it'd be amazing to have them in the Olympics and help grow that sport.
We've been very traditional with our curling in Canada for many years. That's why it's, I think, been challenging for long-term curling fans to be like, what's this mixed doubles? But if you look at the rest of the world, curling is relatively new to them. And if you have the opportunity to try team curling, 4 players, or mixed doubles. I think that what's an easier catch for a lot of people is this mixed doubles. You only need 2 people. It's a lot more fast-paced. It's a quicker game, so you don't have to commit 3 to 4 hours of your day for it, and it's very athletic.
Okay, I think I have to take up this sport because I've been thinking of one winter Olympic Games to get into. So maybe I have to do this, athletic and easy. Not so difficult. It's not up to 4 hours. So once you know it and it's not in the snow, it's indoors, so it's kind of easy.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That's what
you have
you
to
think.
practice it.
Okay. All right. There was
speed skating, yeah?
Yeah, there were also some winners. Okay, you want to talk about speed skating?
Skating and another one.
The
Netherlands
from,
dominating that one. Of course, Italians also talking about the one of the 1,500 meters. It was the Netherlands, the guys who dominated this. Then for the women, Fortuna was the one who won the 500 meters. But this Dutch speed skaters, they had to just continue this dominance, especially with Kaj New inspiring to gold in the men's 1,500 meters ahead of, his compatriot Patrick Royce. Well, Kim Min-seong, one of the guys that was being celebrated, was disqualified much later. Okay, he won bronze. The Netherlands has now won 8 of the 12 speed skating medals at the games so far. 4 of them all gold medals. That's a huge dominance.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, a lot of these countries came here prepared. They knew the kind of, the challenges that we're going to face, and sometimes against the weather, sometimes against better prepared teams. And you have some of these countries that are used to having this kinds of weather. But then sometimes you come here and it's a little different from what you're used to. So you have to alter, your training and a whole lot of things. And I mean, I respect all of these guys who show up, not just the winners, everyone that has, it's a unique kind of Olympics.
Olympics, yeah.
If you ask me, and all those who participated, thumbs up to them. And hopefully when the Nigerian girls too, start their events, there'll be something to cheer. There'll be something to celebrate.
Of course. Of course, we just can't wait 16th because we know they will start the main action.
All right.
Well, it's been a wonderful one in the Winter Olympics. Maybe we just have to leave it there and talk about all the things. Well, the Commonwealth Games trials is coming up in Abuja. All the athletes are already there in Abuja. I mean, for the first time, stories everywhere that you actually flown from Port Harcourt to their camp right to Abuja, no road trip. The athletes didn't have to come on their own and all that. Everyone, flown in there. Remember this year so far we've had 2 golden leagues already. We have the one in Port Harcourt, the one in Abuja. But this is the main event, the mother of all the events, so to speak, because athletes that will, get a good time in here, no matter who they are, will definitely get a spot at the Commonwealth Games. Well, the thing is, when you're thinking most of the foreign-based athletes, of course, we know most of them will not be here because of their school schedule and all that, except maybe Eshe Ogunle, of course, is out of school, so he will be here. But most of the senior athletes that we know that are based abroad, the foreign athletes, especially those in the USA, will not be part of this Commonwealth Games trials. But then it's still, something to really cheer about because we know that some athletes you have to really look forward to in it. Well, we'll go for a break now. We'll come back. We'll have to listen to AFM president talking about Ibrahim Guzo, on how it's going to ensure that maybe we'll have the foreign athletes for the Commonwealth Games, even if you can't have them now at the trials.